Hi, this is Marnie Pearson, and I know a lot of you know that I am engaged, and there's probably, I just know some people are out there going, oh man, here Marnie goes again. I've got some relatives or friends who are like, please don't mess another one up, you know. And so I thought it would be fun to bring on my good friend, Dr. Linda Miles, who is a marriage and family therapist. She's written lots of books. She's written The New Marriage, Friendship on Fire, and she has a really great new book called Change Your Story, Change Your Brain. And so I'm going to let Dr. Miles sort of give me some advice today on, I mean, the question is Marnie rebounding here? I think this is something that, you know, nobody wants to say to my face, but I know the question's out there. So we're going to see if Dr. Miles can help me make sure that I'm not rebounding. And so go run with it.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. People have all these ideas about a certain amount of time, like it takes 1 year or it takes 2 years. Well, you know what? That's arbitrary. After 2 years, someone still may rebound. And after 1 year, they may still rebound. It's not the time, Marnie. Here's what it is, okay? You'll know if you're rebounding if you still feel emotionally distraught, connected, have all kinds of feelings left for the ex. Now, remember that the opposite of love is not hate. It's indifference. So even if you're hating them and you've still got a big hate on, that's a problem for your new partner. And in talking to you, I don't think that's where you are. I think you're one of those people, and I want to say this too. Some people in multiple experiences learn their lessons, you know, and you learn about yourself and you learn, you know what? I just played out the same patterns again. They do not work. And you read and you talk to people and you learn better. I think that's what you've done. I think that you've studied this, you've turned it every which way, you've looked at yourself. And that's a really important piece of it too, Marnie. People that are truly rebounding are not looking at themselves. They are focused on their ex. And my ex did this and that, and my ex is the lowest low life that ever walked the earth. That's a big red flag. What you want to hear is someone take, like you do, you take responsibility. You told the last person you were with that he was a gift to you, which is hugely mature because you learned so much from him. And I'm sure he learned from you. That's what it looks like when somebody's not rebounding. It is the person taking responsibility and saying, I grew, I learned. I'm not necessarily proud of how I acted or of my naivete or whatever it is, but I've grown. A good relationship is a growing machine. And what I want for you is for you in this new relationship to keep growing, because that's what ought to happen to us. And it's flexible, and we change and we grow. So you don't want to be with someone who's stuck. Very often people who are stuck are looking for someone to rescue them. And again, that can be 10 years later. And their story goes something like, I was married to this horrible jerk, and he or she treated me like just horrible, terrible. And I didn't do anything. I was just wonderful cupcake, you know, and I want you to know what a cupcake I am and how horrible this person was. And so you can help me just live the perfect cupcake life. Well, you know what? That is a big red flag, okay? Because none of us are a cupcake, and that means they haven't learned anything. And it's a different thing to say, I married someone who was abusive. I didn't see it. I let it go on for 5 years. I regret it. But I learned not to do that. That's somebody who's ready to move on, not someone who tells the other story. And with you, you say what you need to say, which is, I didn't do it the way I believe in. And in my head, in my heart, I know is right. And now I'm ready to move on and do that. Usually the person who you are with is at the same level of functioning as you are, which is hard to look at sometimes. But I look back on my first marriage and I was right in there with him. You know, I was so immature, it's just pathetic. But I learned, I learned how to get out of those patterns. And I don't blame him now. He was being him. He was stuck where he was. But we were keeping each other stuck because we both had very dysfunctional patterns from the past. Yeah. So I think you're ready to move on. And I'm very happy for you, Marnie.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the professional.
Yeah, I do. I think the prognosis for you is very good.
All right.
I do.
Thank you.
You can reassure the people that follow you that whether they say it overtly or not to worry. You passed the test, the move on test.
All right, great. So everybody go get Dr. Miles' book, Change Your Story, Change Your Brain. I've been posting some excerpts from it onto my Facebook page because it's a really good book. I'm enjoying going through it. Find it on Amazon, or I'm going to have to go back and read your Friendship on Fire, which I know I have a copy of, and yes. I read some of it, but I'm thinking I need to read that one again too. So,
yes. Right. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Marnie.
Thank you.